This revision video is looking at Christian beliefs about sexual relationships. Now, let's start with a general Christian belief. Christians see that there is a purpose to sex, and that purpose is to create new life. So they see sex as an act of love between two people. This is the reason a lot of Christians say that sexual relationships should be exclusive to marriage. The Bible links the act of sex to reproduction. In Genesis, it's a good quote to back this idea up, when God said, "Bless them, be fruitful and increase in number." So the purpose of sex quite clearly is to have children, to reproduce. For this reason, a lot of Christians will say that sexual relationships should only occur between a man and a woman when married, not between same-sex couples, because obviously the purpose cannot be achieved. You can't have children in a same-sex relationship naturally. In contemporary society, some Christians will look at relationships where people aren't married but are having obviously a sexual relationship and say that this is acceptable as they are committed to each other. Similarly, some Christians will even look at a same-sex relationship and say that that is acceptable if they are committed to each other. All Christians, though, will agree and say that the use of casual sex and the casual sex culture is absolutely unacceptable. And if you look at the Bible, it talks about fornication being a sin. So again, absolutely unacceptable. Now, Roman Catholics, again, see sex having a purpose. And they actually refer to sex as the body's language. And obviously how you then act in a sexual relationship is showing your belief. And again, they would say that this is referring back to the fact that it should be between two people in a loving, committed relationship, marriage. Again, they would talk about the purpose of sex, and they very much agree with what we looked at earlier, that sex has a purpose, and that is to reproduce. Obviously, there has to be a possibility of that happening when sex occurs. So, obviously, they don't believe in things like contraception because that possibility is not there. They see sex as a gift from God. And again, they would use the quote from Genesis, "Be fruitful and increase in number," to back up this belief that sex is for reproduction. But the Anglicans, Church of England, how do they feel towards sex relationships? Well, again, they would absolutely agree and say sex should be kept exclusively to marriage. However, they're a little bit more lenient here. So ideally, sex should be exclusive to marriage and that marriage relationship. But they do look at cohabitation, where a couple will live together before they're married, and obviously that relationship could be sexual, and say that that is okay because it is one step on the way to marriage and they are in a committed love relationship